Is that on? Is it on? Oh, yeah, it is. That's what the red light is. Hey there, folks! Welcome to my debut YouTube video. Hooray! I believe some introductions are in order. First, I am Itami. And no, that is not my real name. That's my ninja name. You see, Itami is one of my many different aliases I use in my career as a total BA ninja. I use my ninja name because protecting your identity online is extremely important, especially in these days of social justice and political correctness, where people just get offended over everything. So it's for that reason I will not be revealing my identity to anybody. Not you, not you, not you, not you, or anybody. Period. Especially not you. No. What can I say? Code of the Ninja. Sorry, folks. Anyway, enough intro. Time to get to the video. I thought a nice intro video today would be a beautiful tour of the gardens. And these aren't just any gardens. These are the Rick's Gardens. Tis a glimmering oasis of beauty in the barren wastelands of southeast Idaho. And it's the best makeout spot in all of Rexburg. Oh yeah. A shining ray of hope in the life of college students as anxiety, depression, just life. More anxiety, all threats to crush our dreams, souls, and our hopes into nothing but dust to be blown away in the mists. Gray. Like life. And each part of the gardens is or was at one point a semester-long project of either a landscape maintenance or a horticulture student. So, pretty much those gardens get built for free by the students. They used to call that slavery. Anyway, you get the idea, yeah. So, strap yourselves in for the tour of a lifetime, for I am about to drop some major ninja knowledge on you guys about the gardens that is restricted to be shared by any of your normal university tour guides. You know, the normal tour guides they send out with the perfect hair and the perfect polo shirt with the little name tag and the skinny slacks, ooh, and the Birkenstock shoes. Oh my goodness. They ain't got nothing on me. So, without further ado, let the tour begin. Welcome to the Rick's Garden, folks. This right here is the #1 place to find beauty in the entire city of Rexburg. Well, that and all the white neighborhoods at the top of the hill. But anyway, let's begin our tour. Come right this way, folks, please. See right here, we have all these beautiful alien flowers. Those red ones will suck your blood, so be careful. Head right up this way. And the first, attraction I'd like to point out to you guys is that structure over there. It's what I like to call the observation point. That is the #1 spot on campus to pretend you're reading when you're really just checking out all the girls that pass by. Because half the girls on campus pass through here at some point or another throughout the day. So, perfect. Anyway, let's move on over here to the place I call Awkwardness Arch. Mostly because this is the place where people sit across from each other and never speak. It's quite spectacular. There's one time I snuck up on a guy, girl sitting across from here, and I started singing, "Wanna kiss the girl." Whoa, whoa! Oh man, that made it especially awkward. Right here, this awkward archway is the entrance into the beautiful Swan Pond. Beautiful, beautiful place. Great to come here at night and be at zen and peace. However, as you can see, I'd like to draw attention to this light here. The landscape construction class has been asked to install lights because there are way too many people who make out in this portion of the gardens. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Welcome, folks, now to the Italian garden. First thing I want to point out to you guys is this pool that is actually filled with aliens' blood. That is why it is unnaturally blue, and it is not something you want to fish for coins in. Trust me. Anyway, not a whole lot to see in this section other than just the natural beauty of nature and the slave labor of landscaping students. Anyway, right up here we have this beautiful, well done statue and bust of a faun smoking an elvish crack pipe. That's quite an interesting combination, and yeah, something you'd only see in your craziest D&D game, but it's right there. Only here. So, next little cool thing about this garden is they actually chose this place as the location to test a prototype of Trump's wall. It's quite beautiful, actually. And now, first thing to see here, now we have crossed into what is known as the Renaissance Garden. And here, you see a weeping angel, a real weeping angel. The reason it never moves is campus security has a camera that is constantly trained on it, so it never moves. However, I'm pretty sure I've seen it move a couple times. This wonderful little portion of the garden, as you can tell, is called the Westa Garden. This is the spot where all the landscaping professors sit and laugh at the students as they're having to do the grueling slave labor of landscaping. Anyway, it's a fun little spot. And if you're ever out of earshot of them and you're in a landscaping class, they'll drive by you on one of those ATVs and just laugh at you, be like, ha! But anyway, heading right this way, we have this beautiful little eatery area. However, you wouldn't want to eat here if you knew what that chimney was used for. This chimney is actually a crematorium, and it's the crematorium that Brother Roach uses to dispose of the aliens that he dissects secretly in the basement of the Romney building. Great echo, huh? Well, this next portion of the tour, we cover the dueling grounds. Dueling grounds are out here, and here is where the nobility sits and watches the duels. You know, like your department heads, your campus administrators, apartment managers, all those guys. But anyway, lots of big duels happen here. These archways, they look innocent right now, but when there's duels going, they have fog machines going, and the contestants dramatically enter with a strobe light behind them, all that crazy stuff. But we have some contestants coming now. But it's actually been a really long time since I personally have done a duel here. It was a couple of years ago, and I had to battle an enormous purple-haired lesbian half-orc who was wielding a claymore sword. And that fight was ridiculous. Anyway, it was the sociology department's dueling champion. And man, was that a crazy duel. I won it, of course, but traumatized me, left me scarred a little bit. Anyway, I'll come up this way, right in this little beautiful clearing and kind of crossway between two paths. There is a secret hidden here. in this building that is innocently disguised as a public bathroom, it is actually the entrance to a secret lair of the CES Inquisitors. They are real. Those who are seminary teachers probably know because they've had them show up to evaluate their classes. But anyway, they can actually shapeshift. You don't know when you're being watched. And they do this so they can report on activities that are not in accordance with Utah church member standards. Things like not bringing funeral potatoes to a potluck. Things such as listening to music other than Vocal Point, Gentry, Lindsey Sterling, Piano Guys, Mormon Tab. Well, I guess it's not Mormon Tab anymore, but anyway, you get the gist. But yeah, this conceals the entrance to the lair, and I've never been able to get in to this day. It's nuts. But one day I will. Dang it. Right here, folks, in this beautiful pond with lily pads and all the beautiful flowers, we have got a pond that is actually inhabited by a giant squid. Tried to get him to come out a couple minutes ago, but sorry, he's kind of shy. He's a super chill guy, though. I've had a couple talks with him, and you gotta be careful, though, because that giant squid will eat dogs. Typically, it's small dogs, you know, like the dogs that are people's service dogs. And they get a Chihuahua, because a Chihuahua is exactly what you need to deal with stress and anxiety. Whatever, what do I know? Anyway. Okay, right here, you know, there's all kinds of weird stuff you hear about happening on college campuses, but this is one of the weirdest. Honestly, they had to cover this up with this beautiful dragonfly mosaic, because some really weird kids attempted, you know, they were getting into alchemy and all kinds of weird stuff, and they attempted human transmutation at this spot. And campus had to cover it up with a beautiful mosaic, thank goodness. This right here, this next tour destination, is what is called Patsy's Porch. That's the official name of it. However, the unofficial name is the Love Shack. Okay, these gardens are very popular with hobbits. As you can see, the garden boxes here, they actually grow long bottom leaf in them and sell it to the hobbits for huge amounts of money. But anyway, let's make our way up to the next tour destination.
Okay, I'm actually gonna go look on. I'm gonna create the order. See how I'm doing off.
Right here is a fireplace that certain groups on campus actually perform animal sacrifices on, and they give burnt offerings to Thor. It's crazy, and it's very apostate. Anyway, little neat fact about these hand railings is that upon his visit to this campus, Dieter F. Uchtdorf borrowed somebody's skateboard and busted some sick tricks in grinding these rails. And it was from that little incident that he gained the nickname of Duder F. Uchtdorf. Pretty awesome. Now there's something really, really sketchy about the gardens. You come up this way, and folks, if you look to your left, you see this pathway, and that is a drug smuggling path, actually, as a matter of fact. And yeah, you just don't want to be there after dark, unless you're there to make out. This place, in my ninja battle gear, it's quite nice. This part of the gardens is an especially cool portion. There's a lot that happened and a lot that still happens on a weekly basis. This field clearing here is one of the #1 UFO landing sites in Idaho. Yeah, aliens in this garden, man. It's a wild story. It's like Florida and alligators. But anyway, right over there, they began construction on the Japanese gardens. And I just want to warn people, if you try to mess with their construction, you will be haunted by a Shinigami, which if you don't know what that is, that's a Japanese demigod of the underworld. But anyway, right over here, there's something to note with this concrete drainage cover, whatever that thing is. There is a crazy story behind this. There were some landscape construction students who were, you know, doing the usual thing of installing a new sprinkler system, and they accidentally opened a gateway into the demon realm. And I even brought a picture that was drawn by an eyewitness of the monster that came out. And the monster was this. And the first thing he said when he came out of the gateway is "Gitya moi kakaina," as he started swinging his improvised trench club at everybody. It was nuts. Campus security, police, even some National Guard units came to try to contain him, but it didn't work. Now, the only one who could stop him was David A. Bednar, who was the president of BYU Idaho at the time. All he needed was one punch, and it was all over for this demon. Okay, right here, this little platform. Will lead us into what is called the Spirit Garden. But just something to keep in mind is this platform is the site of many illegal and shady deals that happen. You know, things like test answers or shorts, you know, since those aren't allowed on campus. You know, things like that you want to keep under wraps. This is where you come to find a cellar. In fact, we might have a couple out there. Anyway, entering into the Spirit Garden. Oh, man. Breathe that fresh air. Or as fresh as it can be, seeing as I had beans for lunch. But anyway, isn't this just beautiful? Isn't it neat? Isn't it well made and constructed? Now, this space is rather interesting. They say if you play a magical ocarina and you play the right song, there is a giant that will come to life out of these rocks. True story, true story. But that's not the coolest part of the Spirit Garden. You see, come around this corner here, this little, I guess, area is the site where President Eyring hosts his monthly rap battles. It's crazy, like right, you know, the contestants line up one here, one there, and the rule is you got a mic drop in the center. And every once in a while, President Eyring will jump in on the rap battle himself, and trust me, you do not want to rap against someone who can rap fluently in English and Japanese. It doesn't end well. Usually ends with him saying, "Omae wa mo shinderu." Anyway, I want to next point out these metal art cutouts. These were done by the welding department, and currently the welding department is experimenting with something called seance plasma cutting. It's like the seance, you know, like with a Ouija board and stuff, but instead it's a plasma cutter, and they channel different nature spirits through them to plasma cut different shapes. So that's how you really know this is the Spirit Garden.
Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed your tour of Eric's Gardens.
And if you could, like and share this video, or maybe subscribe, that would be amazing and give me hope. And the more views I get from you guys, I might actually make enough to remove this silly little watermark here in the bottom right corner, or buy a little microphone so you guys can actually hear me when I give tours of places, or buy a legitimate ninja costume or uniform so I don't look like a basement-dwelling Antifa activist. But anyway, thank you for watching, and have a very, very splendid day. Sayonara.